Hello. Forgive me, I have a frog in my throat. You know, it's the Sego clock hours, but glad to be back as always to SGDQ, supporting Doctors Without Borders. This is my first time on stage for SGDQ, being part of GDQ for a number of years now. Always, again, you'll go back to my other runs, broken record, always forever grateful for these opportunities. And so, here we are. Shinobi's back, baby.
Shinobi's back!
Shinobi.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for that interview.
Shinobi was last on the main stage, I think back in, it was completed in AGDQ 2012 by Ultra J-Man, who had a great commentator by the name of Michael Yama. So that was really cool to absorb that history and also getting to speak with Ultra J-Man before, so shout outs to both of them for paving the way for me to be here today. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and let my commentators introduce themselves.
Before we do that, we also want to shout out Shinkensu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, do you have any dedications?
Yeah. So, first to Shinkensu. Shinkensu is my partner in crime when it comes to this game, a big inspiration for the speed run. I hope he goes and kills it at Evil this year, which is why, unfortunately, he couldn't be here with me today. But love you, Kensu. Hope you kill it there. And then, this run will be dedicated to Furious Paul, for a speedrunner well known in the Castlevania community, who's a big inspiration of mine and others, especially for Super Castlevania 4, which is a game I love. So we lost him earlier this year. You can go back into the history of GDQ, and you can see that he has several runs just showcasing his amazing talent. And so, this run is dedicated to Furious Paul. And thank you for that reminder. And now let me pass it to my commentators just to introduce themselves.
Since I'm already talking, we'll just go here first.
That's fine.
So I'm Brutal Mello. First of all, I also just want to double up that shout out. Kensu, good luck at Evo. 90% of my commentary is based off stuff I learned from you. At UBAF 2023, when we did this commentary for Cypherin's run there. But yeah, I'm Mello. You'll see me all over here, but you can follow me on Twitter. Trying to get to 1,000 followers. Do that. That's it.
All right, and I'm Pleasantly Twisted. I am on the couch watching this and being gently reminded that we've seen this at UBAF 2023. For those of you who don't know, I'm the one that actually puts together UBAF 2020, all of them, and Juneteenth. And we just had an event last weekend, so you should definitely check us out and support us because it was a lot of fun. Lots of high energy. Thank you so much for the crowd behind us as well. And I'm kind of just here and I do stuff. I'm a little bit of everywhere, so I'm pretty sure I'm underselling myself, but when we get towards the end, I'll think of everything ideally.
Cool. My name is decosmic, and I'm a runner of this game. I mostly run individual levels. I've done that on and off for a couple of years. I love this game. I love PS2 action games, so I'm really excited to be here and support Cypherin while he's showing off one of the best PS2 action games of all time, so take it away, man.
All right. Final shout outs, always to my family. My wife was like, you better shout me out. So to my Pandora, I love you. See, I wore the shirt, I told you. I told you. So also shout outs to my big sister who also says, if you don't shout me out, I'm gonna get you later. So Tracy, I love you. To my mom, my dad, my big brother, my nephews, always the world to me. So Eric and Zachary, I love you and hope you can always look back at this and have a reminder how much I love you both. I will let Cosmic explain the category once I get into the game, but start will be when I hit new game here, and I'll give a countdown. We got kicked out because of a demo. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so Joe Musashi. Joe is the original protagonist of the Shinobi series. We're going to be playing him instead of Hatsumo, who's the main character of this entry. Joe does not have this corrupted sword. I believe it's called the Akujiki. So he's going to do less damage than both of the other playable characters that we would otherwise be playing. He also has access to unlimited kunai throws, but unfortunately his kunai do not stun. This game is organized into a series of hallways and rooms where you're going to be either taking out enemies like Cypherin is right now, or we're going to be taking out stone pillars. We're going to do this in order to get through these red barriers here. You're going to see Cypherin do this thing here called a tate. That is when, I believe, 4 or more enemies are killed on screen in quick succession, and then a cutscene plays. The IGT, or in-game time, actually pauses during these cutscenes. If you kill enemies in rapid succession, your sword deals more damage, so the game is very friendly to you if you're going fast, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice, I gotta say.
If I may jump in really quick,
Go for it.
this incentive for Joe was hit because of you, the viewers watching. Thank you so much for your donations for Doctors Without Borders, because otherwise I'd be playing a different category. Take it back, Cosmic.
Yep, no worries. So we're gonna be just cruising through here. This is actually gonna be too different from how the game would normally progress, because Hatsuma, the main character, would not have his corrupted sword at this point. So we are kind of operating on, like cruise control right now. And we also have, I guess we'll get to the Ninpo here in a little bit here, but you'll see in the bottom left corner there where the ninja symbol is with the crescent moon, that is actually going to be our health bar, so keep an eye on that when things get dicey. But there's another tank down. If you thought that infected, military weaponry started with Devil May Cry 2, this game was actually 2 months prior, so there's a little bit of game history for you. And we're going to be heading into, speaking of more demonic military weaponry, we got the infected chopper, who I think it's just piloted by fire.
Yeah, and helicopters are kind of a staple in Shinobi games.
Absolutely, yep. Boom, done.
There it is.
Outta here.
Quick kill.
There was the fire Ninpo, by the way. It's dead. Just 2 fire Ninpo to the cockpit.
So tutorial level clear. I mean, if you don't know anything about Shinobi, it's a lot of like quick kills, like fancy, stylish fights, and then bosses that you have to really line everything up if the camera works out for you well to try to get quick kills on. A lot of blind trick shots too, throwing the kunai.
Yeah, there was another kunai shot there. So this is actually going to be one of those levels where we're going to be taking down stone totems, and those stone totems are going to replace the enemies as our primary objective on these sections, because Shinobi, it effectively has 16 levels, but it's only labeled as like 8, but they're organized into sections of A and B. Here's the lightning Ninpo. It's going to give us a lot more movement speed, and we're just going to turn into an X briefly for like 4 or 5 seconds and just speed on through here. Boom, done. Out of there.
So speaking of lore items, for the audiences at home, people like me who don't know, why exactly do we have infected helicopters and stuff?
I don't know.
Sensational. Love that for us. That's like the best type of lore dump, I think, more than anything. No, I'm being very serious because
Choppers are cool.
choppers are cool.
So there is a thing with PS2 action games, and I've noticed this a lot, is that they just love helicopters as boss fights. So there's like, I could probably name like, I don't know, there's Psy Girls was one, Shinobi's one, Devil May Cry 2. Man, I'm like blanking right now. I had a whole list ready to go, and now we're just done. But we're gonna go into the boss fight now, and this is actually gonna be
If Metal Gear was on PS2.
Metal Gear, yeah. That's true.
There you go.
And then this is going to be Moritsune. This is the character we would have been playing if y'all hadn't donated. He's going to eat 2 fire Ninpo to the back, nothing personal. And
Get him out of here.
That was a great quick kill. Good job, Cypherin.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got a dash behind him right there in that perfect moment.
yeah, generally speaking, whenever you're behind somebody, anything you do to them just does more damage. So positioning in a lot of these fights is going to be very key to getting optimal quick kills.
Shout out to the soundtrack 2A.
Yeah, it's bumping.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's my favorite song in the game. I'm sure for Shinkensu, if Kensu's watching, it is as well. It has, if you listen, it has Enter the Dragon vibes to me.
very nice.
Oh, well, say nice little jazz
Yeah.
boost to it as well. Okay. Eating that man's ankles up.
I think this is also the introduction of at least the easier dogs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the easier dogs, yep.
There's multiple dogs.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
multiple dog enemy types.
Yeah,
It's one of the few games I can say that about. There's multiple dog enemy types.
and they do get progressively harder. Smaller hitboxes.
Okay, the smaller hitboxes is not okay. that does reduce the cube points by at least about 5.
Yeah, when introducing this game, PT's like, "Oh, I love dogs." In
I do.
games. And I was like, "No, you don't. No, not these.
Not these.
Not these.
Not great.
I mean, they got like the little sashes on and they look very cute. They might just be coming up for a little bit of a heckin' good boy head pat. You never know.
The only good dog at SGDQ is PB.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
also get introduced to the Tengu men.
Yeah,
the,
that's
the
true.
yeah, biggest normal mobs in the game, non-bosses.
Yeah, one of the biggest, yep. And they have a lot of health, so typically we'll go for those last in the waves. In the upper right corner of the screen, once a wave spawns, you'll see different symbols, and that basically just tells us that how many enemies are in a wave that's currently active. And as more symbols on that light up, and you'll also see Joe's sword glow, different colors, it moves from blue to just straight up red. That'll show you, roughly how much attack power you have. The more purple or red it is, the more people are gonna die quicker. I have to say too, these cutscenes where you just kill all the enemies just after sheathing your sword never gets old to me. I agree, Joe.
It's just
whatever
so
you
good.
said.
I was about to say, he did it again just for
Something
you.
raw. I know we said that these are the easier dogs, but I mean, they're still not easy. They can jump away from your attacks. So Cypherin's doing a great job here.
Yeah, some of the men I think are giving a little bit more trouble than some of the other things because they've been kind of spread out and just doing whatever they feel like a little bit. So I didn't get a chance to ask you, is today's sash long enough for you?
No, it's not.
Okay, I just wanted to double check and
I
make
mean,
sure.
if you know anything about Shinobi, Hatsuma, who was not on the docket to be played at any point, because in the 2012 run by Ultra Drayman, we played Hatsuma. So Cypherin, trying to be nice, trying to give you something fresh, not picking the most stylish character, but Hatsuma has like a 14-foot long red scarf.
I'm sorry, Melo. I'm sorry. We had to give him something new.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had to bring him something fresh. That's why we're
so
playing
if
as
you didn't
Joe.
know, Joe is the hardest character, arguably the least efficient character to play, and we definitely are prepared for this.
I mean, but he has unlimited kunai, so surely that should help.
Ninpo here did not hit them in the back, unfortunately. Gonna try and get this done. So he's just got to take down at least one of them. All right, there we go. Just gonna use the damage from the extra kunais here, get him cornered. Nice cleanup so far. All right. This is one of the, you'll see immediately sort of the problem with Joe not having kunai that's stunned because Hatsuma or Moritsune would have just stunned both these bosses and just taken them out, but nothing doing. I think we're about to get out of here. Dang, the dog caught a stray, but it's fine.
There's a lot of layers to that.
All right, moving into 3A here. So this stage, if you didn't think this game was cool enough already, now there's, oh, this is 2B. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah,
This stage is
B.
also really cool. But so we're gonna start out this stage here by doing some totem throws here. And I believe this is this the one with the blind throw
Yeah.
on it? Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I thought. Yep. So we're gonna take out that one, and then Cypherin's gonna stand in a specific spot, and then do a jump to the right and left, take out both the totems, moving
Nice.
on, nothing doing, easy try every time. You're gonna cut the corners a little bit here too to save on some movement. Kunai burst to take out all of the totems here, and then moving forward. Another kunai throw, dash cancel through. I do want to say that the movement in this game, even though it looks a little stiff, like once you get used to this game, it is so fun and so fluid to play because you can dash cancel out of everything in this game. And you have like a double jump and everything, just right off jump. It's so fun.
Yeah, and it's important really to get those the stone pillars earlier because as you see, like even after you clear them all, it still takes a few moments for the walls to drop.
Yep, absolutely.
So I was going to ask about that next is, do they have the same amount of stone pillars for every single B level? Or is it like different per B level, like more later on, less earlier?
It seems like it's generally the same amount, but I feel like this one in particular has more than some of the later levels that we're seeing. Because it feels like they're trying to really tutorialize and get you used to what you're supposed to be doing in the general structure of the game. And then later on, the focus becomes very much on, traversing the different platforming while getting to the different stone pillars, as opposed to just the existence of the pillars themselves.
And then we're seeing.
Men never stood a chance.
They done.
Listen, you gotta use that height to your advantage.
Got to get their ankles.
Ankle snatching.
And then we're getting back into the chopper again.
Yeah, demon-possessed helicopter.
You can tell because it's red.
Yeah.
And he's also got the eyes above there.
The fire eyes.
Yes.
The fire eyes.
Sauron, are you there?
This is Sauron looking from a distance.
Sauron.
New deity.
Dude,
Who this?
Lord of the Rings was modern. Why would you go into a tower when you can go into a helicopter?
That extra mobility is
kill.
taking them far.
Hey, nice quick kill. I love the slow walk at the camera. Very nice. All right, so now 3A.
Yes.
In case you didn't think this game was cool enough, now we're gonna see armored dogs that carry like double-bladed knives in their mouth.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty tight?
I think these dogs are cool, and I won't be taking any questions on the commentary.
I'll be honest, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for the dogs.
Thank you.
Yeah, these dogs can block.
They just have a knife in their mouth and they just block. My favorite part is that their animation doesn't change. They just tank the hit. And they're like, nah, dude, you gotta have to try again.
It looks like they don't have blocking capabilities when you do the back attack,
No,
though.
back
So you
attack,
got
no,
that
they're
going for you.
toast.
Yeah.
Yep. This level 2 here, this is actually one of the longer levels in the game, and this is like one of the more maze-like ones as well. Stage 3 in general is pretty maze-like, and this is, I think, one of the tougher levels in the game to actually be consistent at just because of how long it is.
Yeah, what's good about, I mean, this is probably a pretty good level for Joe, just because he's good at clearing mobs with the infinite kunai.
Yep, absolutely.
But where Joe kind of struggles is like boss DPS, especially compared to like Moritsune.
Yep, definitely. All right. And I think that we actually have time for some donations here too, while we fight some mobs.
We have all kinds of lovely donations coming in. Ever Try Forest sent in $50, says, we are and forever will be proud of you. I'm looking forward to watching your run this morning. Let's go.
Thank you. That's my sister.
Shout out, family.
Keep it going.
All right, Ash said hi, sent in $15 that I saw Cypherin on the stage and I had to donate. Good luck. Thanks for teaching me the ways of speedrunning. Also, shout out to the incredible commentators, sending all my joy to you from home, less than 3.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Love
you,
you,
Ash.
I must say, I'm so happy now.
Yeah,
Shout outs to Ash always.
yeah, good friend, good friend.
Yep. I have to admit that that donation came in and I fell and missed a scroll.
Oh no!
But it's totally fine.
Yeah, you can
I'm so
easy.
grateful to Ash for that donation. Thank you.
Do we have time for maybe one more?
Yeah, one more we got time for.
All right, Ghost Kumo sent in $7.70, says, best of luck to Cypherin on the run. Hope you break this game as hard as it broke several of my friends' controllers. Donation to Cypherin's choice. Also, shout out to Sporadic on the mic. Great to hear from all y'all.
Thank you, Ghost Kumo.
Thank you, Ghost Kumo.
Looks like we're doing some more lightning.
Really appreciate everybody showing up to support, you know, especially like such an early, them Sega hours.
Yeah.
Sega hours.
We appreciate you.
All right, they're down. Also noting there too, the lightning ninpo that Cypherin used. Lightning ninpo is a pretty versatile ninpo in general. You'll see it used a lot for movement in levels as well as for boss kills. Probably, I would say, the strongest ninpo overall, although fire just has like the potential to just really torch a boss's like health totally.
I want to take a moment to really reflect on how his style poses. He has a variety of them.
He
He's
does.
got his standing one, he's got his kneeling one. Like he's about to hit up an album cover.
Yep, and air one as well, like in the air. Like,
Yeah, in the air he just twists and they're just all gone.
And he at least has a better scarf than Moritsune.
It's true. Moritsune has no scarf.
Right.
He has his hair, his long flowing hair.
Is it that long though?
No, not really.
Y'all, we want to see Shinobi in more future GDQs too. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're inspired by this, like please pick up the run. Like it's a great game.
Yeah, there is a Discord and everything too, and plenty of people that have been running the game for a very long time, willing to teach people and show people like what's what. So.
And I, for one, would like to see, the first hot sumo run in 13 years at some point soon here.
It could happen. It
Fight
could be
for it. It's also really impressive just watching you navigate through all of this because some of this looks so samey. Because I've seen you go up and down the same, what feels like triple to double level.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that this was me even casually, I would just be like, yeah, I'm not built for it. I can't keep up.
Yeah, the big thing with these levels is recognizing not only like where you are, but also because everything looks a little samey sometimes, recognizing which enemy like waves are the actual like proper ones to kill. This level is pretty nice about it because generally speaking, whoever you run into, they're getting the sword to the face, but there's other levels where you really just have to know exactly who to ignore. One of the first waves that we saw on 2A, Cypherin just ran past him and they just deloaded. So, that's a nice skill to have and comes with repetition for sure.
Oh.
Also working with the camera because, the camera is supposed to work for you, but it's a PS2 action game. So.
Shout outs to Shinkensu, PS2 action cameras.
Yeah.
Term he coined. PS2 action camera. That's all we can ever say.
And now we're gonna fight this old guy who has enlisted more dogs to fight for him.
Oh, are we already at Old Man?
We're at
Yeah,
the
in
old
fact,
guy,
that old man. Old man where the fight itself, the old man isn't too bad, but it's really the dogs that are the problem.
Dogs are the problem. He's just chilling in the back. He's letting them do all the work for him. And that's what he gets for using all those dogs for his own nefarious ways.
Very clean.
Very nice kill.
Good job, Cypher.
Absolutely, dude.
Thank you.
I wasn't gonna say it, but someone caught that S rank. Respect.
Stage 3B here. So this is another stone totem stage. This is also where the mazy stuff that I was talking about really kicks in. Not to mention that, but there's also gonna be spider webs on the ground. So if you mess up your movement, then you just get to, get spider web on your J's, and that's just not a good look, so.
Fun fact, in this universe, spiders have 4 legs. So if you put 2 of them together, you get a real spider. Except with too many heads, and that kind of is like nightmare fuel.
A little bit.
I don't want to think about that, actually.
Let's say there's games with that already. We're not gonna go to those. You could even see some of the webbing on the floor too, because you can look and it's very, very noticeable, but I know if you're not paying attention, that is gonna be a quick way to, as it was noted, ruin your J's.
Yep. The J's in this game stand for Joe, by the way.
Yeah. Knocking out some blind throws here. Did we get him? Not quite.
Not quite that one. Come on. Because we don't want to go down that way anyway.
No, we do not.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
And then the lightning ninpo again, cruising.
Lightning is greater than web.
It's true.
These spiders are trying their best, but when you're missing half your legs, I can understand. Like,
And this is going to be the last room, I think, before the boss here. It's going to be another blind throw. It's going to believe, yep, right and left. Boom, boom. Never doubted.
Yeah, I had to make sure.
Yep. Going to grab the ninpo down there as well.
Let me out.
Let them out. They also prevent you from jumping, by the way, the
Yep.
spider webs. And that's no bueno. So we're going to be going in here. And Cypherin is going to be setting up to knock the boss's HP down a little bit while he waits for more enemies to spawn so that he can get the quick kill on.
Remember when we said 2 spider heads? Well, how about a tiger head?
Tiger head.
I'm into it.
So there he just used the wind ninpo. That actually allows your sword to shoot projectiles. So he just used that for some safe bit of damage on the boss. And as you can see, this boss just loves to swipe at thin air as we just hit it in the back of its, weak spot there.
Yeah.
So now all these little spiders have spawned. We're gonna use Lightning Ninpo, dash on around, and go up here. Oh, dang.
Oh.
Hitboxes.
Yeah, even though he has a very thick hitbox, it still is very deceiving. But that's okay now
One more
because
hit here.
there we go.
dang.
Oh,
See, Joe.
We're just hoping for another 9.
There we go.
Nice, yeah.
Yep.
Excellent job.
That's one of the 4 Hellspawn Lords down.
I did not know that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
was that the first one or was it the?
I think that's the first one.
First
Okay.
one. I didn't even know that was a part of the story. I thought that
Yeah, there's 4 of those guys.
4 of them.
Yeah.
I just know that the game's plot is somehow Haruko returned.
I mean, we have possessed helicopters. At this point, anything's game.
It's true, definitely.
Just like how we have, is it a bat? Is it a moth? Is it bat moth? I'm not sure, but we're gonna kill it eventually.
Oh yeah, we also have a Batman cameo in this game. Y'all will see what I'm talking about.
This is the lava level. These levels in general are something else. There's a lot of winding hallways in this level in particular. There's also going to be a tank here that we're going to have to destroy after being no, Batman. What?
Cypherin, what do you think about this level? Because I know it's kind of a maze.
The maze can be really confusing. Otherwise, it's probably one of my least favorite levels, actually. But I think it's a good time for donations.
Yep, I was thinking so too.
Donations.
Wonderful. MJB Matt sent in $10, says, hey Cypherin, your fellow River City Girls 2 partner from the Juneteenth 2024 event wants to wish you good luck on the run.
Thank you,
I'm
Matt.
glad I got to catch your run. Also, shout outs to the couch commentary. You all are awesome.
Thanks, Matt.
You can keep it going.
All right, I have a $10 donation here from Cage Tiger who says, hi everyone, happy to be here with you all for the marathon. I took the week off from work just to enjoy the great runs without distractions. Here's to a great week. Good luck, runners. Let's break some records, both for speed and donations. I can get behind that.
I think we have time for maybe 1 or 2 more.
Oh yeah, you keep going.
Yeah.
All right. An anonymous donor sent in $100, says, I discovered GDQ the summer before starting college. It's now been 7 years. I just finished law school and never missed a marathon during that time. Thanks for all the fun memories. Trans rights.
Heck yeah, trans rights.
And I got another anonymous donor here sent in $30 and just said, let's have a great SGDQ. Absolutely. I'm having a good one. Y'all having a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to remember I had on a mic. I almost did my full woo. That would have been bad.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Thinking about my couch and everybody at home, especially headphone users.
Who's trying to wake up for real? Let me hear you. I'm sorry, Cypherin.
You're not sorry.
No, it's okay.
Do we want to keep the donation train going?
Yeah, we got time for 2 more.
I can do it. $7 here from Anarchy, who says, as a baby speedrunner, Cypherin has been such a big inspiration for me. Shout out to both you and the couch for being some of the greatest people I've met in speedrunning thus far. Less than 3.
Shout out Anarchy.
Anarchy.
Love to Anarchy.
Yeah, you are not a baby speedrunner.
At all.
Just saying.
Also, shout outs to Anarchy while we're finishing this up for being on my event and being the one that forced me to do commentary and thus has led to the color commentary reputation that I have today. Shout outs to Becky with the broken jaw.
All right, so now we're heading into the boss. This guy loves to teleport around and has a lot of involved frames on his attacks. So we're just gonna be chilling here for a little bit while he throws fireballs at us. He thought he was playing Street Fighter, but we can sidestep, so we're good. See, that's even better. Just slow walk him out. It's fine. So we're going to be basically waiting for some additional monsters to spawn here, and then we're going to stack up to hopefully get a quick kill on him. It's going to take a couple of slashes with Joe, because again, he does not have that corrupted sword to provide him additional attack power. He's just an honest, hard-working ninja.
Killing people the appropriate way.
It's true.
Or the traditional way.
Ooh, almost.
Yeah. I know when we were watching this a little bit too, this boss has a tendency to, when he realizes that he's getting bodied too hard, he likes to cheat and fall into the lava and stuff so that you know that you can't get him.
Yeah, no. He loves to just not be where it's convenient for you.
Typical ninja bosses.
Nice.
Good kill.
Good stuff, Cypher.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's pretty much like, you can almost say the casual type of way of killing them, just waiting for the enemies and getting that Tante. So, yeah, another, advertisement to play this game. People, it's a great game.
And this is where we clench because we're going into stage 4B, which contains the hardest skip and the most impactful skip in the game. So we're gonna give Cypherin some time to focus. We wanna cross this lava pit.
No.
We will keep retrying this over and over because it's unreal how much time this saves.
Got him.
Nice.
Hey, let's go. Second try, we take that.
Right.
Very, very good.
So he just walked back over a trigger there to activate this last fight because technically this is the only fight that you actually need to do to get to the boss room. We just saved like minutes of going through big winding hallways and hitting stone totems and dashing everywhere, but now we're just gonna go and fight the moth lady.
Yeah, a lot of intense platforming and blind throws, but nope, we done.
Be out of here.
Yeah, Cypherin was practicing that a lot, so I'm sure he's pretty happy.
Yes, second try, yes. We'll take it.
And here we're just gonna whittle her health down a little bit. Again, like every little bit of damage you can get before the big burst kill comes with Joe really just helps out. There are some strats with Hatsuma and Moritsune where you can ignore these types of things, but with Joe you do have to play a lot more patiently in general and just wait for more opportunities to get this big burst damage. So here all the bats have spawned. We're gonna use Lightning Ninpo and dash around. If the bats want to cooperate, they never do.
Good old-fashioned,
Yep.
what would you call it? The action cam?
Yeah.
PS2 action camera.
Yeah.
Did the horns just pick up in the soundtrack, or am I hearing that right?
Maybe?
I feel like there's more horns in this section.
Well, this is another one of the Hellspawn Lords.
Oh.
So maybe. This is the Flame Moth, Benny Suzume.
Is that how we flag our demon lords, is how many horns are in the song?
Exactly.
Sensational.
You are so smart. You picked on that really easily.
I'm so good at this.
I back it. Bam,
Flame
down.
Moth down.
And done.
Thank you, thank you.
Really good 4B.
Very good. So moving into 5A.
The Flooded District.
Yeah, this is a pretty dangerous level in general. Just because the water here ebbs and flows, rises and lowers, and if you fall in it, you're dead. And then you have to retry the entire level. That's a nice throw, I think, right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is lots of wall running. When I first commentated this game, I don't know if it happens on Joe too, but I know at least on Hatsuma when you stop. If you've noticed, Batman cameo. Sorry. I'm talking through just wall mechanics. Meanwhile, Batman was on the screen. Anyway, the kunai are sticking out of the bracers on Joe. And on Hatsuma, at least when he stops, he kind of just sits on the wall by sticking his arm into the wall, which I always think is cool.
Nice little detail.
Speaking of details, this is, we said 5A, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And this is one where we're hitting stone platforms, which is outside of sync because we usually do those in B.
Yeah, it is true. Usually do those on B. Sometimes the game does like to just throw a curveball at you.
I appreciate you not saying a kunai at you.
I think that throw was good. Oh, there it goes. All right, nice.
Sure, water don't kill us.
That would be very bad.
Yeah.
I think while you're finishing this up, we can sneak in maybe 1 or 2 donations.
Definitely.
I have all kinds of donations. I have $25 here from Arno33200. Says, good luck on the run, Cypherin. It's great to see a Sega crew person on stage.
Shout outs to Sega Crew. Thank you, Arnold. Which, another quick shout out, Grimshins. Just know that we got you. Definitely thinking about you. Grim was supposed to provide commentary as well for me, but had to pull out, unfortunately. But still thinking about you, Grim.
This boss right here has a name. I don't know it. I just call him Shield Guy. He's carrying a piece of the road with him. So
That's what that is?
it's a piece of the road,
Oh.
yeah. He just like pulls it up and he's like, all right, I'm ready to scrap. Which, quite frankly, if I had the ability to pull up a piece of road and scrap with somebody, I might just do that.
Yeah, I also know that like the footwear he's wearing is very like traditional Japanese. I can't help but comment though on how fabulous he looks.
Well, I was going to comment on how you could say that he is scrapping with scrap.
Okay,
That's
PT.
Oh.
You're going back to bed right now.
What do you mean?
Go back to bed.
I back it, honestly.
Overruled.
This boss also has an interesting strat where if we can actually get him onto the like piece of geometry that's a little closer to the wall too. Cypherin's right. Okay, here we go.
This is so good.
This is a good one. Yep, he can you can just throw the kunai at his back.
Yeah, that was some great burst from Cypherin.
Nice. Keep the chain going.
And with the infinite kunai from Joe, that's one example of a good boss.
Yep.
Very good boss.
Yeah, especially considering you got that nice little stagger there.
Right.
And with you not being able to stun, it's like, well, what if we had alternative stun?
Right. Forever.
Forever stun.
Forever, ever.
Something pretty intricate that you see Cypherin do on that fight specifically was he was like killing enemies in between striking the boss, so he was like salvaging some of the damage from the chain.
Snake boss, I want to
boss
point
here,
out,
yeah.
this is one of the hardest bosses in the game. You can get a quick kill here if you time it to where when the snakes spawn, you hit them all at once, but very hard to do.
If we were Joe or Moritsune. Well, if we were
Hatsuma.
Hatsuma,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, because Joe doesn't have the slash for it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is also where we go a little bit out of sync as well, because where 5A we had the totems instead of having to kill stuff. 5B is when we would do the totems, and instead they're like, we're just gonna move everything ahead and you're just gonna have to fight bosses now. And then this person's really rude with their hyper beam out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, there's special beam cannon.
Yep.
We were joking about that last night. These snakes can be really finicky. I mean, again, you're dealing with a difficult camera and tiny hitboxes.
Yeah, the hitboxes are only on their head, so even if you like strike at the middle of them, like it just doesn't count. So you have to really just dash around and figure out where exactly the game wants you to hit them.
Yeah. For being on Joe though, this is I don't want to curse it, but it's been a really good fight so far. Oh,
Oh, wonderful.
Hey.
So good.
That was brave work.
That was very brave.
I back it.
Right when you said that, Mel, I almost got knocked off the platform.
I know. That's why I started to get real quiet.
All right, and then 6A, one of my favorite stages in the game.
Second best song, if maybe not, maybe the first best song, but next
a
best
bag.
song in the game.
Yeah, we're gonna go through some of these laser hallways and like sort of like a industrial vibe to it, and it's also here's the music just kicking up, so good. The movement in this stage is so crisp. You just fall down a lot of these areas, and in some of the cases, you'll be like just slashing the stone totems here too. We're gonna grab this ninpo as well.
Cypherin, I feel like you've practiced this stage a lot.
This is my D-Rust stage. Whenever I leave this game and come back to it, this is the stage I play.
Every time I've seen you do this stage, it's always so clean.
Oh.
And why am I talking? Why am I talking?
And yet I'm the one that has to go back to bed.
All right, we'll I will be doing that after this run.
I still have my coffee sitting in my room. I might go for it.
All right.
Oh!
Oh no.
Overshot. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just a little acid burn there.
We still get to see some of the best stage in the game
Yeah,
over
for
again.
real.
So like, I'm
Yeah.
not even worried, dude.
We get to hear some more of the very, very industrial music as well. The mandatory "You're on a Tech Stage" music. It has that very distinct kind of like grunginess to it.
Definitely.
But I think that's something that we haven't had to talk about yet is in a classic PS2 sense, when you run out of health, obviously you die. But then in these games, it's like, oh, life meters? Yeah, we don't do those. If you fell down, you fell down.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that whole stage over.
That is definitely one of the more punishing aspects of running this game is that while the game is pretty lenient in terms of actually routing, because it is just a bunch of individual, so good.
Yeah, so I
Love it.
died back there just so I could show that to you.
Yeah.
That's what that
It was
was.
RNG manipulation too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What was this?
We were talking about the
line
punishing
killer right
aspect.
there.
So the punishing aspect is that while the game effectively rewards you for just being really good at individual levels, stringing a lot of that together in deathless or nearly deathless scenarios is the really crucial part, because some of the strats in this game are pretty hard to just whip them out and do them, because the bosses are just tough, and if you mess up some of them, you might have to retry and just do it again. If you make a mistake on movement, some of the dicier movement sections especially, you're gonna either lose a bunch of time or you're gonna die, and then you just have to do it again. So Cypherin's doing a really good job of, nice kunai burst there. Cypherin's doing a really good job of just making sure that he's being clean and consistent. Kunai burst, and then we're good to go. Moving on. Those big red things up here, normally we would grab them if we were Hatsuma or Moritsune because they restore soul. Joe does not have a sword that drains his soul, so we don't have the big red bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. And we would normally just grab those to allow us a little bit of extra survivability on the boss here, but we don't need to do that. So
I wanted to say, too, those were some nice precision throws you had there. You had a
thank
couple
you.
in a row.
I, for one, am glad that we got to watch Cypherin do it again, because the second run was really clean.
absolutely. Here's the blind swordsman, by the way. We're gonna hit him in the back. Nothing personal, kid. And then,
Oh.
all right. You might just have to retry and then do it again.
That's what we tried.
Yep. Because this guy right here, if you're in the water at all, he knows exactly where you are. And if you do not get the 3 ninpo, fire ninpo here, then he is quite a pain to deal with. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I like how the whole thing is that he can hear you in the water, but he can't hear you on the wall.
One of the coolest bosses in the game. Yeah.
I feel like if I heard footsteps above my head, I would be much more alarmed.
I was about to say, if I heard
In the
footsteps
water.
and I know I was supposed to be by myself, it's like, nope, jacked in, I have to fight.
So this is another stage where a 6B or a B stage where we're just gonna be fighting a boss again. This is I don't know what this enemy is called. but
Yatsuro.
It's a big statue with a lot of arms. So this is big statue with a lot of arms, boss. And we're gonna be waiting on more of these floating heads to spawn. We're gonna be dodging some electric orbs. And then we're gonna be activating the lightning ninpo. Once more of the enemies spawn in, this is just a waiting game right now, no matter what character you're playing. Ooh.
But it looks like we're just in a pattern here.
Yep. Welcome to Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Wow.
Iron
That
Man would be
just brought me
proud
so
of you
much
right
joy.
now. Oh,
Wait.
I think we got
Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I know this is one of Cypherin's least favorite bosses.
Yeah, I was a little afraid there actually, so that's why I was like, I'm not falling down.
I can't believe you brought up Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm thinking about the
There's
Flash
always,
now.
I was like, there's always time to bring up Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yes,
it's
there is.
always morally correct to bring it up.
And then 7A here. This is going to be a bit more of a traditional stage because, again, we're going to be going through rooms, taking people out if they cooperate instead of stunning us.
Yeah, this is probably a good donation stage.
Absolutely. Yep. Go for it.
I have all kinds of good donations. Ryan sent $5, says, greetings from Japan. Shoutouts to all the staff and runners being up in the small hours of the night so people like me have something to watch after getting home from classes. Love this event and love all of you. Here's a couple of bucks for the Sonic P06 Easter Egg Showcase because that sounds awesome. It is going to be awesome. We're still working on that incentive. We are currently sitting at $1,177.70 out of the $12,000 we need to unlock that showcase. So please do keep those donations coming in. Remember, those incentives don't click on themselves. You got to do it. We have time for more?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we have an anonymous donor who sent in $5. Says Shield Guy and Shinobi puts new meaning to the idea of Street Fighter. And we have a $7 donation from Anonymous. Anonymous, my favorite donor, says a Cypherin speedrun is the best way to start the day. Good morning, GDQ.
Good morning.
Good morning. I agree.
Morning. You can get another one in.
All right, I have $25 here from Homeson who says, thanks for the great runs and great event. And good luck, have fun, runners. Are we having fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
So normally here we would actually use the lightning ninpo to save a little bit of time on movement, but because we're playing Joe and he needs a little bit of extra help, Cypherin is going to save a ninpo for the boss. So he just has an extra resource that he can spend on her. And it's gonna be the last wave as well. The three, said Tengumen was their name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just referred to them as the stick dudes, so that's great to actually
fine.
have the proper name now.
I feel like there's proper names and then there's proper names.
True.
I'm learning a lot of technical terms during this round.
Yes. The Stickmen and the Batmen.
The Batman.
Boss with a lot of
Oh,
arms.
my lord.
A lot of arms, boss.
A lot of Arms Boss is a classic.
Yeah.
An old man.
An old man, yeah.
I really like Flame Moth.
Flame Moth is great. At least that's like super identifiable.
Yeah. Or Benny Suzume, if you want to be specific.
If you want to be correct, yes. So here he's going to hit her in the back with some kunai. Again, we're really just, dang, he's going to town.
Cypherin.
Get her. Get her.
Get her.
Wow.
So now
Fight back.
Going to activate Lightning Ninpo again here. Grab these kills right here. And then swing on her. Oh, she's going to block.
Oh, I was gonna say, see,
Unfortunate.
it's because she got bullied earlier with all those kunai. She's like, no, I am gonna fight back.
She was on her guard now. Ooh, just struck right as the chain expired there. Quite unfortunate. But is this the strat now?
Good positioning.
Ooh. He was making a beat there with the
I was about to say that, and I was like, we about to, hold on. Oh, hey, it's the new Reeks mix. It's gonna drop.
So this is what you all donated for, watching Cypherin really have to like put a lot of extra effort in as Joe.
Yeah,
with these
because
boss fights.
This boss fight especially, Hatsuma and Moritsune just throw kunais at her back while like weaving in sword attacks, and then she just dives to like a fire ninpo at the end. Because again, their kunai stun, but Joe's do not. The trade-off is, of course, that we have unlimited of them. So Cypherin has been able to use. Okay, she's dead. Never
She's
mind.
out of
Very
here.
good.
I mean,
That was very good work, Cypherin.
I think it's still worth pointing out too, though, that with Joe in particular, with no stuns, you have to improvise because you're used to having it in place. And then Joe has just such a weaker blade in general, so it's like you're not only losing that crowd control, if you can call it a crowd control, but you also have to do more hits.
Yeah, absolutely. And then 7B, we're going to be fighting Moritsune again. This time he's got 2 swords, so you know he's stronger.
And they're glowing.
And they're glowing, it's true. He is ready to party.
He's mad because we are not running him.
Yeah.
Because the incentive was met.
Yeah, he's actually stronger than he normally is right now because of that. He felt it in the air. It was like they donated me out. Really nice weaving of attacks here. Good dodges around. And then these enemies are going to spawn. Looks like Cypherin's just going to get in a little bit extra damage here before going after what looks like seahorses to me. Kind of, anyway. All right, there's some damage right there. I feel like he's in the zone right now. Nice. Almost cleaned up. We get a couple more here. Hopefully some hits on the back. Fire. Gonna get a bunch of extra health here too, really great. Okay. Nice.
There we go.
Great job chasing him down.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was trying to give you a little bit of a time there.
A little bit.
He was partying. I wouldn't eat with the coffee that he had this morning.
He definitely got a nap in before that.
Yep, now we're going to enter the Golden Palace.
So 8A here. This is the last purely stone totem stage, I believe.
Yeah, and kind of a scary one.
Yeah, quite. Because there's all of these just floating platforms and, you know, you just fall into the deep, dark abyss there. That's never a good time, especially when you have to hit the retry button afterwards.
Also, best boss in the game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to agree. And here we go. Gonna go through some more hallways. And I think we have time for
I was just
a couple
about to say,
donations, yeah.
let's get some donations in.
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody that our bid wars are still open for the run coming up, not next, but after the next one. For Live, you can donate towards Masaru Takahara's name, towards Oboromaru's name, and towards Pogo's name. Now, we've seen some changes here. Taking the lead for Masaru Takahara's name is Chiquita at $200. Akira T is now in second place at $100. For Oboromaru's name, Penguin is in the lead at $60. In second place, we've got Yomu. And for Pogo's name, Cheryl has taken a healthy lead at $175. Binga's still in second place at $55. So you don't have a lot more time to get your donations in for those bid wars. Remember, you gotta click on them.
I think we still have some time.
Yeah.
Oh, we do. Well, I'll talk about the other bid wars we have open that I've been wanting to. For Lone Fungus, you can vote on the mushroom cap choice with your donation. Currently in the lead is Music Cap at $221.70. In second place, it's Green Cap. In third place, it's Haiku, the robot cap. And in last place, I can't believe it, it's God Gamer Cap. Oh my gosh, why is that in last place? All right. And finally, for Chameleon Twist, you can also vote with your donation on the character choice. Davey, who's blue, is in the lead at $400. Linda in pink in second place at $280. Jack in green at third place at $100. So y'all still have time to donate towards those incentives. Or sorry, bid wars, excuse me.
And then now we're fighting a door. And the door is now dead.
Nice.
That door didn't stand a chance.
Very good.
Take that, Adore.
Cypherin executing some really good blind kunai throws there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Some good movement there too with like the verticality instead of having to do all the platforming.
And now we are on the last stage.
Yeah, we've made it inside the Golden Palace.
So this stage is a little bit of a change up too, because we're not only going to be hitting stone pillars or not only taking people out, we're going to be doing both actually for this last stage of the game. So we're going to go into this room here, and people are going to spawn after we just, destroyed a stone totem. And once we get all of them, it's done. This stage especially is a little long, so it's very crucial to just pay attention to, what you're doing in this stage, because some of the platforming in this especially is a little dicey. So, having to restart this stage is definitely like, you don't feel good about ever doing that. So it's not like those boss-only stages where you could restart it and then only lose, 20 seconds or so. There's some jumps in this that if, the game eats your jump, like you eat your double jump, then you just cannot make it through some of the areas. So it's tough. Fortunately, it starts off with this pretty simple section here, taking all the enemies out after going into the different kunai rooms or into the different totem rooms.
The boss in this stage too, I know Cypherin has said, is kind of like a casual killer.
Oh, yeah.
So might need some focus when we get there.
Definitely.
And this is again a good time to highlight that something that Joe has that others don't is the fact that his health is not draining.
Yeah.
So with this being such a windy, convoluted, have to do everything type of level, if you were playing casual, that works in your favor. But granted, you still have a boss that can be your casual killer.
Yeah, and generally you can play really patiently with Joe, and because you're not operating on an innate timer, as you pointed out, it's like you can take your time to just notice things a little bit more and ensure like those safer strats go off better.
Unless you're speedrunning, then you can't take your time.
True, but I mean, like, we can wait on some of the enemies to spawn on some of the bosses, and it's no big deal,
What do you mean we can't go full speed all the time?
And as you say that, platforming.
Kunai burst again here. Boom, takes them all out. And we're gonna enter another hallway here. Really important on this hallway specifically to make sure that you head to the end of it, to make sure that all the enemies spawn, and then backtrack a little bit to, because they'll run whichever way they really want to. It's like, there's one guy that's just hanging back there that we tried to kill earlier, but he hasn't moved. He finally caught up to us.
Yeah, that was really good positioning. You can see they're all lined up there.
Yep.
I also like that they fell down in sync as well. Felt like some bowling action.
There's these guys here too. Oh, that guy's almost escaped. We're gonna also grab this free Ninpo scroll here. There's gonna be a little bit of strange like architecture coming through this area, but love the wall jumps into the kunai burst, and then kunai burst again, and we're out of there. This is one of those things too, because Joe has unlimited kunai, we can just do these kunai bursts with no fear of losing stocks. So it just makes some shots with the stone totems that much easier. Get it. Got him. Down.
Cosmic, what do you think? Do we have time for any more donations before we get into the heat of things here?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wonderful. I have $10 here from Le French Restream. What a beautiful event. We're proud to restream it in French. This donation goes towards renaming Oborumaru Janine, Ninja in reverse. I have a $500 donation here from Zach B, who says, here's hoping this donation helps get the hype going for more SGDQ. Y'all feeling it?
Yes.
Yes.
Hype!
You keep it going.
Oh, so we have time for more.
Okie doke. I have a $25 donation here from Hoppin' Pop, who says, I am so amped to be watching another GDQ this summer. The positive attitude that the chat and the crowd bring to the event, coupled with excellent cause, help lift my spirits for the 6 months between GDQs. I'd like to extend my thanks to everyone who makes GDQ run smoothly behind the scenes. Keep up the good work and the immaculate vibes, everyone.
Very cute donation.
I think we're right at the end here. So we have to take out bigger stick guy. All right, that wasn't, I cursed that for sure.
I mean, is it really cursed if you just call it for what it is? It's just bigger stick, bro.
And then here we go, final boss, Haruko. Once again,
This is where you send Cypherin your energy, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because this is in a very, very, very intense fight.
This boss fight is an adventure.
Yeah, it's long, and it requires a lot of focus.
Yeah, so the first phase here, the boss does not have a health bar. Cypherin's just striking him to force him through the rest of the phase. Every time we strike him, as you can see, he tends to have, or just want to teleport, or go into invol frames and throw out an attack. But we're just trying to get his health bar to appear sooner.
And this is the final fight of the game.
Yep. So now the health bar has appeared. This is again, kind of that waiting game that we've been playing. Cypherin is going to be using the boot to the face jutsu here in order to stun the boss a little bit longer and delay the spawns of... Or,
Boot to the face. Boot to the face. Face to foot style. It's valid.
Mm-hmm. And that's just going to buy him some time while the talismans spawn in. And those talismans are going to be the additional enemies that he strikes in order to, two-shot the boss.
Really good repositioning here to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Keep him right in the center here.
Well, and we want to embrace this time while he's in the center here too, because once he starts teleporting around, he can teleport literally anywhere, which also includes over open areas. That a reminder, if you fall down, that's game over.
Nice, okay. I think the other ones might be spawning in soon. There's a big laser there. All right, and we're gonna queue up for the first attack here. All right, got a third, so that's totally fine. Cypherin actually did hold on to all of the ninpo throughout the stage, so he has 3 shots with his lightning ninpo to really just put in the work on the boss. So definitely got enough resources for it. My heart's pounding a little bit, but because I've been on the receiving end of this boss many a times, and it's not fun. Let me tell you, when it goes wrong, it's not a good feel. It's just nerve-wracking too.
So he's just currently intangible.
Yep. He's just chilling.
We have to wait for him to decide it's okay to fight again. I never understand why the bosses, if they can be intangible, why don't they just stay that way? Why do you want to lose?
This is why you'll never be a villain, because you're not willing to be irrational. So that's case in
Good
point.
hit.
Yeah, I respect that, because there's a possibility if he tried to dash cancel and get another slash in there, that the boss would just not be there and he would have just hit air. So the fact that he was right there when Cypherin was able to, go for him is pretty unlucky, but it's just kind of how this boss goes sometimes.
And it's especially noteworthy that this boss fight, you also want to try and buy time with this, because this is some of probably the worst RNG we see in the entire game.
Absolutely. I would even venture to say it's the worst, absolutely. I think that this boss fight, out of a lot of speed games that I've run, is probably the most RNG heavy.
He was about to do his special.
Ooh, that would have been not great. That one talisman was gunning for you.
It's been like one for each wave that is just like they're the employee of the year.
There is always one.
Always one.
I was gonna say that with the boss that had all the snakes, but not this run. It was pretty clean.
Nice. Oh man.
But we did just discover that, you know, a strat to avoid the laser beams is simply be under them.
Here we go. Gonna use the kick again. This is, again, the only attack that Joe has to stun, so it's really just our best bet to delay things. Unfortunately, it does no damage, but, you know, you take what you can get.
What? He robbed me.
He definitely robbed you. The sword like went clean through him,
Yeah.
and that was just that.
But I did just learn this fight. You can hit him with kunai, apparently.
Oh,
Did not know
love
that
that.
before.
yeah, I don't think I've really attempted to hit him with kunai much, just because you don't have like many when you're Hatsuma.
Did you say that's never happened before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New stun strat just dropped. Why kick when you could throw sharp star?
All right, here's the next wave about to come in. Again, this is really all just a matter of timing and the boss just landing where we want him to be when we have the sword all stacked up.
Which for this fight, he has been doing a phenomenal job of not being cooperative.
Yeah, just not doing that. He knows where he is. He's like, I'm on GDQ. I want a little more screen time. All right.
So next hit, ideally, we should be able to get set up.
Yeah. Fortunately, we are going to get some health back as well from these enemies, so we're going to still be pretty healthy coming into this last attempt here, or potentially last attempt.
Yeah, I think even when we were watching a lot of the practice, I never saw him go up top this often.
Yeah, no, he's been not fun.
He's been misbehaving a little bit.
Oh, but it's fine. He'll hopefully
say-
he just won't go, intangible again for a ton of time.
Might even see a kunai finish.
I was going to say,
Nice.
listen,
Time.
Sorry.
Very nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, and that's actually not too bad.
Yeah, no,
12 minutes. That boss can go much worse.
Yeah, it's like if you don't get that first kill there, then it's just like hoping and praying a little bit. So good stuff, man. Awesome job.
Thank you.
We breathe.
you did the thing.
Yeah. Finally breathe.
Oh, check out your time. Came in way under estimate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, you did great.
Never doubted.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you again for everyone that donated for the incentive to be met. Yeah, as you saw, Joe takes some doing, but you can get it done. So I'm glad that we were able to for you all this SGDQ. This one, I think all the GDQs I've been to has been important, but just with everything happening out there in the world, just as the representative at the start of the event mentioned, trying to provide medical care for those in need in, Palestine and Gaza, Ukraine, everywhere, Haiti, the Sudan, just this one touches my heart because I feel for all of them and just, just thank you for everything that you're able to contribute to, support Doctors Without Borders. And thank you for watching us play games to help them. As a child, I never could have thought that me playing a game could have an effect like that. So, but it's because of you all watching us, tuning in, and just giving all your support. So we highly appreciate that. I know I highly appreciate that. Again, some quick shout outs again to Sega Crew. Love the Sega Crew. Shout outs to RGL TV. Shout outs to, hopefully I'm not forgetting everybody. My friends, my local friends, Decimation Squad. Shout outs to my friend Dan, Corey, old friend Joe in college, if he happens to see this, who helped, we used to play this game together 20-something years ago, which is crazy to think that, fast forwarding today, I'm here again. So just very, very grateful. Let me give time to my commentators to say what they want to say, promote themselves, and just share the love. So go ahead.
Before we go, you got one more big shout out to make.
Oh, again, I love my wife. Thank you. Thank you for letting me play my games. Thank you for not, she would have changed the locks on me.
I got you.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all want to go other way this time?
Sure.
Yeah. My name is decosmic, and you should play Shinobi, and you should run it as well. There is a, we'll say, budding community. This is a game that I am shocked is not more popular as a speed game. And again, there's a Discord and everything to talk and learn from people, and there's a lot of resources as far as video footage and everything, and there will be more coming soon. So you can find me at twitch.tv/decosmic.
And I am again Pleasantly Twisted. I wanted to give a special shout out to what I have been lovingly trying to come up with a name for. So on the off the cuff, it's thank you so much to the GDQ Black Block for donating towards Cypherin's run and always having fun, exciting, and enticing events and embracing me as your somehow fearless leader. I can't do the stuff that we do here without your help. So your love and support for each other really, really means a lot to me, and I'm glad y'all really pulled up for it. And thank you so much to the wine seller who probably pulled up to watch me be a clown on this as well. Please go to bed. I know that you haven't been to bed yet. Go to sleep. That includes you too, Luna. I know you're out there. Go to sleep. And you can find me over at twitch.tv/pleasantlytwisted. Cypherin has been slowly but surely trying to convince me to pick up on a ninja game, and I think if it's not this, it's going to be Hagane, and it's going to happen eventually. That is to say, sometime. But thank you so much for having me on your couch.
Yeah, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Did you get to say?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't went
No,
yet.
I haven't gone. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm Brutal Mellow. Thank you, Cypherin. I really appreciate you having me on your couch, both for this run and for AGDQ, Disney's Gargoyles. Really appreciate any opportunity just to kind of do more commentary. This is, personally, my 10-year anniversary with Games Done Quick. Woo. Summer Games Done Quick. So it's, and I just started doing commentary on my 9-year anniversary last year. So I appreciate all the invites. I'm also going to be this Saturday, shout out Bobby Berm, doing commentary for Hyperbolica. Saturday also at 5 a.m. I guess I'm an early morning person too now. Shout out to the GDQ Black Crew for UBAF and Juneteenth. That's where Cypherin and I first started working together and meeting. Same with me and PT. Shout out Dirge Cerberus, just for Cosmic. But yeah, other than that, because I never get to do this on my hosting shifts, once again, I'm gonna say, follow me on Twitter. Because I'm trying to break 1K followers this event. But yeah, that's all from me.
Yeah, please follow each of them. They're all amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, shout outs to UBA family. And,
You're amazing, bro.
I'm all right.
I don't usually do this.